She won't answer the helm. We're locked into the moon's gravitational pull. What do we do? We die.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Trader to the Living here. Hope everyone's doing well. Some quick news. I did post a new song and video of a jam I did on the Syntact. Been spending some time with Syntact trying to get to know it. Pretty cool little box. I had Model Cycles for a few years and love that. And Syntact is kind of like the advanced big brother of that. Go check out the new video that I posted if you're so inclined. I'm recovering from COVID this week. That really sucked. Had me down and out for a few days there, but I'm feeling much better. Want to talk about today firmware updates. But before I do, just some quick news. Had a video out recently on taking a brief hiatus from making videos and putting out music as we move to a new house and I rebuild a new studio. I ended up taking that video down because for some reason the comments kept getting disabled by YouTube. And there'd be a comment and I'd go to respond and then there would be no comments there, and I'd look and it'd say disabled, and I'd re-enable it to have comments, and then a few minutes later it'd be disabled again, and just kept doing it over and over again. It's really, really weird. I don't think there's anything controversial or strange about that video. It was just me talking about moving and taking a month or two off as I rebuild the studio. So anyway, I took the video down because I was just annoyed and frustrated by it. So let's talk about firmware updates. So I was updating a couple things today that I've been meaning to. I just forget sometimes about firmware updates. You know, I'll write a little note and then be like, oh yeah, I forgot. We love them. They're amazing. The companies that do add features and stuff to gear that we've had, it's always super cool. You know, when you get some new added feature like the MPC, what Akai's done there, or Arturia, what they've done with the Microfreak. It's just been amazing from the time that this came out to what it's capable of now is insane. Another company that does a super good job with that is Electron with the Digitact. What they've added over the years is just phenomenal. Now, I come from a time, you know, back in my day, firmware updates were mostly just bug fixes. You didn't really get a lot of features that I remember. It'd just be like, yeah, just fixing things mostly. And they were few and far between. There'd be firmware updates back in the, you know, late 90s, 2000s and stuff. But over this last like 10 years, companies have really, you know, they add a lot to existing equipment. Now, what gets to me is when people just expect it. You know, they buy a piece of equipment, like say if you bought the Microfreak, which was super cool when it came out. You know, it was a great, I think one of the best deals on a synth you could possibly get. But people seem to like buy it expecting it to be something else later on, which I find really just odd and bizarre. And maybe it's because I come from an older time when we didn't get such things. But we're so spoiled now on just gear and what it can do. There's just incredible stuff out there that, you know, it's like the greatest time to be alive in music gear history. And I find it odd when you'll see people, they go on the company's pages on Instagram or YouTube or whatever, and, you know, they're like, we need this feature and we need this and we need that. And you know, it's like they get upset. And I just don't understand it. You know, if you buy something, it should be for what it does. Right then, what you should be able to do with it. Not, you know, I expect it to have granular synthesis. or you know, it should have. I should be able to load my own samples and stuff. Like, if you expect that right off the bat, then you know it's just not right. You know, to go harass a company. I've seen it with like Hydrosynth and stuff. People asking for features that, you know, things that they thought about when they built it. That just it wasn't able to. They weren't able to do. You know. So harassing and complaining and throwing tantrums about a piece of equipment not having the features you want, then why the hell did you buy it in the first place? You know, you can't sit there and expect, you know, oh, this drum machine will be a synth and a sampler and everything you want. And you know, I see even YouTubers and stuff will go on and be like, this is the piece of gear we want. We want this, mixed with that. And it's like, okay, why don't you go design it then? You know, pitch it to someone. I don't know. I just think it's ridiculous to sit there and complain, and especially with the amount of stuff that the equipment does now. You know, it's just weird to me. It's like, just make music with it. If you buy something, buy it for what it does, and then if you get firmware updates that add features, then bonus. That's just like awesome.
You like Huey Lewis and the News?
They're okay.
Their early work was a little too new wave for my taste. But when sports came out in '83, I think they really came into their own, commercially and artistically.
You know, and I love companies like Electron and Arturia and even Akai that are doing ASM that add like really cool features to their gear. It's, you know, make it like a new, it makes it fun to get back into it like a new piece of gear again with something that you've had for years. So anyway, I just thought I'd give a little rant about that. I just find it just hilarious that these people we're so spoiled, yet they just still find things to complain about. You know, it's like, you bought it, you know, you must have known what it did, enjoy it and use it for that. And if you get added stuff, then awesome. Don't sit there and complain and harass these companies. It's just seems really ridiculous. Anyhow, guys, like I said, studio will be moving. I'm trying to get out a couple more videos, mixing some new tracks and putting some stuff down that I hope to kind of compile while the move is. I can still release some stuff out while I rebuild the new studio. But looking forward to that. It will be a smaller space, but I'm kind of excited about that. I can just kind of fine tune it to the stuff I need, and then I'll have a little Studio B with the test equipment and stuff, and I'll have a couple different places to make videos. So, all right, well, I hope everyone has a good one, and thanks for tuning in. I'll see you on the next one.